Janmina, we are doing a little bit of warm-ups if you want to join.
Okay. What should I do?
Lie down on your back and take breathing in, bring both the legs up wherever you can. Hold your breath and then slowly release your legs, release your breath. Lovely.
Both together?
Both together, yeah. Very slowly bring it down. Now we're going to do the next practice, which is called Pada Chakrasana. So you lift the right leg up and then rotate it clockwise. Keep it a few inches away from the ground and rotate it clockwise. Make as wide a circle as possible and slowly. Breathing in when the leg is going up, breathing out when the leg is going down. Do 3 or 4 circles and then reverse it, make it anti-clockwise. Once you've done 4 rounds anti-clockwise, then repeat it with the left leg. Clockwise 4 rounds, anti-clockwise 4 rounds. Slowly. Feel the effect of the movement. Feel the rotation. Gently. Breathing in when the leg is going up, breathing out when the leg is going down. Very slowly. Once you have completed both the rounds, do with both the legs. 4 rounds clockwise, 4 rounds anti-clockwise. You're practicing a little bit of warm-ups. Those who want to join can join at whatever stage you are. We are now rotating both the legs clockwise and then anti-clockwise 4 times. Keep the legs straight. If the circle is smaller, that's perfectly all right. But don't let the legs bend, then the effect is less. Slowly with awareness. And when you have completed, turn to one side and sit up in a meditative position. This is part of the series. Hopefully, next class I will take you through the remaining parts. Just be in yogic breathing. Expand your abdomen, expand your chest, expand your clavicle. Hold your breath. Release your chest and clavicle, then release your abdomen. Take it as close to the spine as possible. Be aware of your breath. Breathing in, feel you're drawing in cosmic energy. When you hold your breath inside, feel that this energy is spreading to each and every cell in the body. When you're breathing out, feel that all the ailments, all the cares and the worries are flowing out of the body, out of the mind. And when you are holding the breath outside, feel yourself completely rejuvenated and refreshed. Keep this identity of thought process as you're breathing in. Focus your attention on your breath. If mind wanders, bring the mind back and focus on your breathing. Continue till we start the class when I start blowing the shank. Get ready to chant mantra Om 7 times. Follow me in making your sankalpa. I'm chanting mantra Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. I am creating 3 layers of protection. On the outermost layer, I have an elephant behind me, a peacock in front of me, a tiger on my right side, a lion on my left side, an eagle above my head, and a black tortoise below me. These 6 friendly creatures protect me from all negative influences, antibodies, and viruses coming from 6 different directions. Inside of that, I have a big ring with balls of fire. I am lighting all the balls, allowing a firewall to go up all around me that creates a protective sheet around my body. The 3rd layer of protection comes from the subtle energy of the mantra Om. You will take your attention to the location where I indicate. You will visualize a lotus with the number of petals I indicate, and you will visualize the energy of the color that I indicate coming up from inside your spinal cord, piercing from your center of the head, pouring all around you like a fountain, creating a protective layer. This feeling of fountain will continue on all the 7 chants. Only the number of lotus petals and the color will change. Take your attention to Mooladhara Chakra at the perineum, between the anus and the genitals for men, at the cervix for ladies. 4 petal lotus, red color, Take a deep breath with chanting Om. Now take your awareness to Swadhisthana Chakra at the spinal terminus, 6-petal lotus, orange color. Increase the pitch of your Om chanting. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Manipura Chakra at the navel, behind the navel, 10-petal lotus, yellow color. Increase the pitch of your Om chanting. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Anahata Chakra behind your heart center, 12-petal lotus, green color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi Chakra behind your throat pit, 16-petal lotus, blue color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Ajna Chakra behind your eyebrow center, 2-petal lotus, indigo color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Sahasrara Chakra, center of the top of your head, 1000-petal lotus, white color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. I'll chant the Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamaditamasthu Ma Viddhishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Arigi Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra, interlace all the 4 fingers. Left hand thumb is standing erect. The right hand thumb and index finger will rotate around the left hand thumb, and then you will keep your hands near your chest. Follow my instructions in making your sankalpa. I am chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health, mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I bow down before you, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for keeping me in pristine health. And I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping this body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside my body in your effulgent form. If you know the mantra, chant along. Otherwise, just be in the vibrations of sound energy. Let the sankalpa rotate in your mind. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarkamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarkamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarkamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Disengage your hands and slowly keep them on your knees. Keep your body steady and immobile. In the steadiness of that body, experience the steadiness of your mind. Just be a passive observer of the thoughts. Let each thought originate and disappear. As you keep observing the thoughts, ask yourself a question: where are these thoughts originating from? As soon as you ask that question, there is a momentary blankness. Focus your attention on that blankness. Feel totally grounded to Mother Earth. Feel confident that she will always provide you with all the necessities in your life. Feel a surge of energy coming in from Mother Earth, penetrating your body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, giving you a unique sense of confidence to deal with all external circumstances, be they pleasant or unpleasant. Then gently open your eyes, release your position, and slowly lie down on your back for today's practice, lesson 5, Myth of Aging. We are going to work on the leg muscles today, abductors and adductors, internal rotators, external rotators. When you have worked on your core muscles at the abdominal area, and they have started relaxing, you will find that you can achieve greater relaxation on your legs. And after today's practice, you will find the whole body feels a lot more relaxed than it used to be earlier. So we start with our usual body scan. So just become aware and conscious of the way in which you are lying. Pay attention to the feet. How are the feet in relationship to the ground? Are both the feet flopped along the ground? Or is it raised away from the ground? If it is raised away from the ground, is it symmetrical on the right side and the left side? If not, which side seems to be raised a little more than the other? Just pay attention. You don't make any alterations, don't make any changes. Just try to be aware. Then pay attention to your heels and what is the pressure between the heels and the floor. Is it similar on the right side and the left side? If not, which side seems to be heavier? Heavier in terms of relationship to each other. Then pay attention to back of your knees. Are they fleshed along the ground or are they raised from the ground? If they are raised from the ground, can you gauge what is the gap between them and the ground? And is the gap identical on both sides, or which side seems to be raised more in comparison? Is the side which seems to be raised more the same as the side in which your heels feel heavier, or is it on the opposite side? Pay attention, become aware. Please remember, there is nothing right, there is nothing wrong. You are trying to become more aware of your own body and subtle changes in your body. Now pay attention to your buttocks. How are they pressing against the ground? And is the pressure symmetrical on the right and the left? If not, which side is heavier? Is it the same side as the side in which the heel is heavier, or is it the opposite side? Now pay attention to your backbone. Start from your coccyx and sacrum. Are they touching the ground or no? Then pay attention to the 5 lumbar vertebrae. Are they touching the ground or no? If not, which ones are not touching? L1 to L5. Which one is not touching? Try and make an assessment. Then pay attention to your thoracic vertebrae, T1 to T12. Are they touching the ground or are they not? If not, which ones are not touching? Then both your shoulders, are they fleshed along the ground? Or if not, how far is it raised from the ground? Both the hands, are they on the floor completely or are they raised at some points away from the ground? Finally, the back of your head, what is the pressure between that and the ground? One last scan before we start the practice today. And when you're ready, first pay attention. I'll demonstrate once, and then you can practice because the movement remains the same. I'll show it on two different sides. We are going to do what is called eversion, inversion. So first, I'm taking my right leg, the knee is slightly away on the right side, and in this position, breathing out, I will take the foot up from the ground, try to scoop it up, taking the knee towards the ground, taking the foot up. My left side will come up from the ground. The more I allow my left side to come, the more my knee can go and touch the ground, the more my feet can come up from the floor. And then breathing in, I will take it. You can actually breathe in when you're taking it here and breathe out when you're taking it back. Okay? So this is one movement. In the second movement, you will take the foot away from the other leg and the knee is not pointing towards the other leg. And in this, you will once again try to scoop the leg up, take the knee to the other side, try to take the feet up. The right side will come away from the body. The more you allow the right side to come up, the more you can take it up and then take it back slowly. And then the movements are going to be repeated. In the final movements, you will bring both the legs together and then take both the legs back. Then you will bring both the knees together and then take both the knees back. And the last, you will take it like this and you will take it like this. Like a skiing motion. So those are the movements. We'll do one by one. And then we will alternate. So please lie down. Take the right foot a little away from the left leg towards the right side. The knee is further away. In this, breathing in, lift your foot up from the ground, scoop it up, taking it over your left leg, allowing it to go towards the right side. The foot will go up, the knee will try to touch the ground. Take it only wherever you can, comfortably take it, and then breathing out, very slowly take it back. Take it back very slowly. If you take it back fast, you don't get the benefit. The whole effort is not going to give you any benefit. So very slowly, second round, lift your foot up, scoop it up, take the knee towards the right side floor. Wherever it can go, it need not touch the floor. And then very slowly, breathing out, take it back the way it came, but take it back very slowly with complete awareness, absolute slow release of the movement. When you're taking the leg up the third time, pay particular attention to the lower pelvic region on the left side. See how it is coming up from the floor. Allow it to come up. The more you allow it to come up, the more you will be able to increase your range of movement. So allow this cross movement to happen. Then breathing out, slowly take the leg back. One last round. Scoop the leg up. Knee pointed towards the floor on the right side. Breathing out, slowly take it back. Be aware of the left side of the pelvic region coming up from the floor. Now relax. Be aware of the effect of what you have done on your body. Now, take the foot away, further away from the left foot, and let the knee be pointed slightly in the direction of the left foot. And in this, slowly start raising your foot up, scoop it up. The knee will go over to the left side. Wherever it can comfortably go, be in your own range of movement. Don't overdo, don't force it. You don't have to touch the ground. And then slowly release it back. Release it slowly, release it slowly, release it slowly. Get ready for the second round. Very slowly, breathing in, scoop the foot up, knee pointed towards the left side, in the direction of the floor, wherever it can go. Very slowly, breathing out. Take the leg back and then relax. Very good. Now get ready for the third round. Breathing in, scoop your right foot up, right knee pointed towards the left side, aiming towards the floor wherever it can go comfortably. And then breathing out, very slowly release it back. Now last round. Once you have completed, just relax a little bit. Allow your breathing to become deep and slow before we start combination of these two movements. So now you will first take the foot up and knee down to the right side. You will take it back. Then you will scoop the foot up, pointing the knee towards the left side and take it back. So very slowly start. First take the right foot, knee towards the right side. Then slowly bring it back. Then take it back again, pointing the knee to the left side. Then take it back again. Relax. Take a couple of breaths and then repeat second round. Take a couple of breaths before you start the next round. Slowly start the second round. Once you've completed the second round, again take a couple of breaths and rest. Then slowly start the third round. Right. Now, a small observation. When you take the foot up and take the knees to the right side, you must take it back first And then initiate the movement again when you're taking the knee to the left side. So just do last time. First move you complete, then you do the second move. Correct. No, 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 no. You're taking it to the left side now. First take it back, then take it to the left side. Anita, first take the leg back, and then bring it back, and then take it to the left side. Yeah. Okay. Slowly, slowly. Take it only to the extent you are comfortable. Don't try to force it. Relax now and see what differences you can experience on the right side of your body as compared to the left side of the body. Do you get any feeling that your right leg seems to have lengthened? The right side of the body seems lighter as compared to the left side. Can you make any differences? Just become aware. Compare and become aware. Now slowly start the movement with the left leg. So first movement is called inversion. So when you scoop the foot up, the knee will go to the left side. That's called inversion. You're inverting your foot. And then release it slowly. Take a couple of breaths. Then second round with the left foot. Slowly take it back. Third round. When you come back, release and relax. Take a couple of deep breaths. Now last round, inversion, scoop your foot up, knee is on the left side, it tries to touch the ground on the left side or aim in the direction of the floor, that's all. And then slowly release it, very slowly release it. Feel the slowness of the release. When you've completed, relax. Now you will do the other way, which is called eversion. So you will try to take the knee toward the floor on the right side. Point the knee to the floor on the right side. And then release the leg very slowly. Releasing it slowly is very crucial to the entire practice. Very good. Lovely. Excellent. Continue, second round. Release slowly. Be completely aware of the release. It should be extremely slow. Your brain has to register what you are doing. If you do it fast, it will not register. Third round. After releasing, relax and take a couple of breaths. Go at your own speed. When you've completed, do the last round and relax. Do the last round, then stretch your legs and relax. Now try and feel the effect of what you have done on the body, what changes you can experience on the left side now as compared to what it was before. And then when you're ready, alternate the movements. First, inversion, taking the knee towards the floor on the left side, take it back all the way, then eversion, taking the knee towards the floor on the right side, and then take it back. 4 rounds on your own, very slowly. Very slow release, very slow release. After 4 rounds, take rest. Second round.
Sir, I'm not getting it, sir.
Pardon?
Getting it.
You didn't get it.
Yes.
You're now working on the left leg, so you lift the left leg up, bring it up like this, take the knee towards the floor, the feet pointed up. The right side body must come up so that it can touch.
Yes.
Then you take it back. This is the first move.
Okay.
Second move, you take the knee onto the opposite side,
Yes. Sir.
and then you will take it back.
Yes.
In the third one, you do this, and then you do this.
Oh, fine.
When you're doing the alternates, be aware of the right side and the left side of the pelvic region coming up. When you're doing inversion, which side is coming up? When you're doing eversion, which side is coming up? So in inversion, the opposite pelvic region will come up. In eversion, the same side of the pelvic region will come up away from the ground. Be aware of this swinging motion on both sides of the pelvis. Anuj, correct. Perfect. Once you have completed the 4 rounds, just stretch your legs. Keep your palms facing the ground and experience your body. How is the body now in relationship to the ground? Try and gauge all the points that you did earlier and see any difference that you can now notice as compared to when you started the practice. Now, we are going to we're going to invert both the foot. So in inversion of both the foot, you will join both the feet together and slowly try to bring it towards your buttocks. And then very slowly take it back again. So breathing in, when you're bringing them towards the buttocks, breathing out when you're taking it back. Throughout, once you've joined the foot, they remain joined. And then when you're taking it back, they continue to remain joined. When you're stretched completely, they separate. So start breathing in, join the foot together, and then take it towards the buttocks, like this. And very slowly, breathing out, take it back. Wonderful. Second round, very slowly breathing in, join both the foot together, bring them closer to the buttocks, and then very slowly breathing out, take it away, stretch out completely. Once you reach the stretching out, take a couple of breaths, then repeat the next movement. Third move, very slowly breathing in, bring both the foot together, slowly, slowly, slowly. If you do it fast, it doesn't give you any benefit. It doesn't make sense. So just do it slowly so that you get the benefit of what you're practicing. Last round, very slowly. Bring both the legs together, joining the foot together, bringing up slowly towards the buttocks, and then very slowly releasing them back and stretch your legs. Once you have completed this, see how your body is now feeling. Can you notice any changes in the upper parts of the body? Can you see any changes in the chest area? Can you see any changes in your shoulder area? Can you experience any change in your neck region? And each of your experience could be different. So don't look for that perfect comparison. You're only trying to feel what is happening in your own soma. Now we will evert both the legs. So as indicated earlier on, if you just want to see it once again, you will take both the feet away from the body, start bringing them closer, both the knees will join together, bring the foot as close to the buttocks as possible, and then very slowly stretch them back. So spread both the foot away, allowing the knees to come together, join the knees and then allow the legs to go back. The knees will separate. So get ready. Eversion of both the foot. Evert both the foot. So the feet moves away. Knees come closer to each other. And then take the foot closer toward the buttocks, wherever it can comfortably go. Don't force it. That's why we avoid demonstrating in somatic practices. Don't try to match what you see somebody else doing. Just be within yourself. This is your soma at this point in time. It keeps changing from time to time. So just be within yourself and slowly release the movement. Similarly, very slowly repeat one more time. Breathing out, very slowly release it and relax. Third round, evert both the foot, knees comes together, bring the foot closer to the buttocks. Breathing out, very slowly take it back. Very slow, correct. Lovely. Wonderful. Last round, breathing in, evert both your foot, knees comes together, move the foot closer to the buttocks wherever you can, and then very slowly release your foot, the knees separate and the legs stretch out, and then relax. Take a long, deep breath and relax. After this, once again scan your body and experience whatever changes you can feel.
Morning. Just one clarification.
Yeah?
While pulling this leg close to the buttock and pushing it back, whether the feet will touch the ground or it will little bit raised from the ground?
You'll touch the ground.
Okay, it will continuously in touch with the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Now we are almost coming to the last movement, which is evert one foot and invert one foot. So once again, if you want to watch the movement first, you can watch it and then you can do it. So I will join both the foot together, take knees both to the right side. Now my left side of the pelvic region comes up from the ground, then I will take it back. Then I will bring both the knees to the left side, my right side of the pelvic region will come up, and then I will take it back. You can either take it along the floor, or if you want to slightly take it away from the floor, whatever makes you feel comfortable, you will do it. It's like a skiing motion where you do like this when you're skiing in the mountains. So that's a replication that we are doing. So get ready for the motion now. Keep both the feet together. Slowly drawing both the feet towards your buttocks. Allow the knees to go to the right side. And then breathing out. Very slowly take it back. Then breathing in, bring them towards the buttocks, allowing the knees to go to the left side. Then breathing out, very slowly take it back and relax. Wait for a couple of breaths before you start the next move. Get ready. Breathing in, bring both the foot closer to the buttocks, allowing the knees to go to the right side. And then breathing out, take both the legs back. Then breathing in, bring both the foot towards the buttocks, allowing the knees to go to the left side. Then breathing out, very slowly stretch them back. Third round, take a couple of breaths before you start. Let the body relax, then start the movement. Knees going to the right side, breathing in. Very slowly breathing out, take the foot back and stretch your legs. Then breathing in, take the knees to the left side, bringing the foot closer to the buttocks. Breathing out, stretch it back very slowly. Relax, catch a couple of breaths. Before you start the next move, catch a couple of breaths. The last time, draw the foot closer to the buttocks, allowing the knees to go to the right side, breathing in. Then, breathing out, allow them to go back to position, to neutral. Then breathing in, draw them closer to the buttocks, allowing the knees to go to the left side. And then breathing out, stretch the legs back. Now stretch your legs and relax. Experience your body now. How is the heels pressing against the ground? Is it same as what you started? Can you feel any difference? What about the back of your knees? Any change there that you can notice? What about your buttocks? Can you experience any change there? What about your spinal cord? From the coccyx sacral to the lumbar to the thoracic, any change in the way the vertebrae are touching the ground? Change may have happened, change may not have happened. Different people experience differently. You are trying to find out what has happened. Then the back of the shoulder, how is it flushing against the ground now? Is there a change? Both the hands, then the back of your head, How is that resting against the ground? And now you're going to try and experiment and see how far your flexibility in the legs have increased. So keeping both the legs together, you will lift them a little from the ground and rotate both of them clockwise. Make as large a circle as you can, slowly. Breathing in when your leg is going up, breathing out when they are going down. Slowly, 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 not so fast. Keep the legs straight, Anuj. Keep the legs straight. Anuj, like this. 1 minute. Okay. After 4 rounds of clockwise rotation, relax. And then do 4 rounds anti-clockwise. Keep the legs straight. Keep the legs straight, don't bend it. You can make smaller circles, but don't bend your legs. You need not make very big circles. Make small circles, that's okay. Do gentle movements, don't force yourself to do too much. Slow, slow, and only small movements according to your own current capacity. And then relax. Once you've completed, then relax. Once you've sufficiently rested, turn to one side. Take the support of your hands and sit up in a meditative position. Very slowly. Once again, for everybody, please go back to lying down position. How to get up is very important. If you get up like this, then you are straining the neck muscles, making the neck muscles do more work than what they should do. So the way to get up from lying down position is to turn to one side, keep both the hands on the floor, the head is down, bring your knees up, and then slowly bring your head up. So try and get back once again from the lying down position like this. Get into this practice. It should happen automatically every time you get up. Now sit down in a meditative position. Get ready to chant Om 3 times. Make your sankalpa once again. I'm chanting Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. Take a deep breath for Om mantra. Shanti mantras. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya, sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ओम शांति 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 हरिः ओम. Rub your hands nicely when they're warm. Then keep them on your eyes. Feel the prana shakti flowing in the form of warmth from your palms into your eyes. Then gently open your eyes. Be observant of colors you can see. Then very slowly release your hands. Hari Om Tat Sat. As usual, you can share your experiences on the group. See you all on Friday for lesson 6. Lesson 6 will repeat twice. On Friday, we will work on the right side, and on Monday, we will work on the left side. So it's a slightly lengthier practice, so we may not be able to do both sides together. That's why I wanted it on Friday, so that between Friday and Monday, the gap is less. So we will work on Friday on the right side, and on Monday on the left side. So see you all on Friday. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.